Hey guys, it's Avi, and for once, please admire that I am wearing makeup. I normally don't. I'm too lazy for that, but I filmed some TikToks today, and one included me putting makeup on, but not this one. I actually switched makeup again, and I don't know, I was in the mood to wear makeup, so I painted my face for once. That I'm not painting paper, I'm painting my face. And, whew, that was smooth. Talking about paintings, I've decided to make a video about my painting, drawing evolution. Well, actually, this is gonna be a painting evolution and not a drawing, because I'm still like, I don't think I've improved my drawing skills as per se. Like, my drawing skills are basically the same, I feel like. Like, I'm getting better by the time I'm doing this. But I think it's pretty much the same as before. But my painting skills have improved a lot. I have with me all the paintings I've done so far. And I started painting in late 2018, early 2019. So December and January. I started painting there because I was in Blocus and I needed something to get my mind out of studying, and I found painting was really like relaxing and things like that, so I started painting and getting more into it. So yeah, that's why I wanted to show you like the evolution I made, because so many people I see like on Instagram, on YouTube and things like that, on Twitter, that are like, oh, I'm not so proud, whatever about their paintings. I'm like, as I saw my like my evolution, I was like, oh my gosh, it's because I painted like regularly for like 3 weeks now that I can see like the difference even between the first painting that I did that was back like the Thursday of the first week of lockdown here in Belgium, and now we're 3 weeks later and I see the paintings I do like only 3 weeks later, and just I'm amazed, because it's really like, it takes practice. You need to practice. I've painted every day since that day, basically, yeah, since that day, and I can see like the improvement. But here I'm gonna show you what I did, started from late 2018 till now 2020. So yeah. So I started on, I think it was like the last day of 2018, so 31st of December 2018, and I took a blank sheet of paper and I decided to, like, I saw that picture on Pinterest. It was just 4 flowers and like grass or whatever, and I started painting that on like normal paper, so you can see it's like little waves on it because it's not made for watercolor. Oh, also I mostly not only paint in watercolors, whether it's watercolor crayons or things like that, but it's always watercolors. So here's the first painting I did. Like, I really like how I did that flower and this one, but the rest is kind of like, you know, whatever. But it's the first painting I did, so that's the first one. I saw another picture on Pinterest, and it was also a flower. You can see I tried to do like, how do you call this in English? A tie and dye, I guess. It's a little tie and dye. I wanted to degrade the colors between each other, but they didn't mix that well, as you can tell. But I'm actually really proud of how it looks overall. I mean, the colors don't mix that well, but I was kind of proud of what I did. Here's a messed up painting that doesn't look like anything. I don't know what I wanted to draw or paint, to be honest, but hey, you know, messing up is okay. I basically wasted all blue watercolors there, but you know, you roll with the flow. Then this one is still one of my favorites. It's still on like paper, but I saw this picture also on Pinterest, and I really liked the design and everything, so I tried to recreate it. And still the colors don't blend well here, but I like the overall look, and it's still one of my favorite thing I've ever painted. It's like super easy to draw and everything, and I think I'm such a fan of this because I did the fingers pretty well. compared to what I do now. I still struggle doing fingers, but I really like that. Then we started, that's January, I can tell, because that's when I began being a Carrot, so a 17, K-pop group 17 fan. So you can see that's the logo of 17. That's their, like, their hello. They say the name 17, so say the name. And there's a bunch of flowers. So I did it blue because their color is Blue Serenity. It's simple, but it's cool. It's cute. It's the first time I started loving 17, so. Then, oh yeah, the logic behind this painting was that 17's album that year was January 2019 came out. That was You Made My Dawn. So I thought of Dawn, and then it made me think of Breaking Dawn from Twilight. So it made me think of vampires. And then it made me think of mouth that I cannot do well. So I tried to like draw different mouths everywhere, and then painted them in colors, and then just writing Breaking Dawn. It's like, it's whatever, you know, but I just wanted to like focus on making mouth, because this mouth and nose and fingers are the three things I struggle the most in doing. So I was like trying to make different shapes and everything. This one is on my Instagram, and I call this painting the Circle of Life because I was watching the Lion King and I don't know why it inspired me that. It's actually that you can call an own creation, because, you know, I just made some like different shapes and everything, waves here or whatever. I just like rolled with the flow, and I liked how it turned out, but there was no like point. Like I was just like painting and doing whatever came through my brain at that moment. Then you can tell that I was obsessed with Joshua, and I still am. Joshua is a Capricorn and I'm a Libra. There goes the explanation. Here's the Libra sign and the Capricorn one. And I just put dots, like little clouds of pink and blue, because as again I was saying, 17's color are rose quartz and Blue Serenity. And here I just wrote opposites that balance each other beautifully, because Libras and Capricorns are kind of opposite, whatever, astrology. That's a really cheesy thing to do, but I'm still completely madly in love with Joshua Hong from 17. So I mean, it's my love. Paint it. Yeah, that was when I was actually like sketching eyes, different type of noses and lips, to like get the gist of how to make noses, eyes, and everything. And for the last 2019 painting, I did this one, which it's also on my Instagram. I called it, if I'm not mistaken, Strawberry Shortcake meets Willy Wonka and Alice in Wonderland, because of the coloring and everything looked like sweets. So Willy Wonka, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, Strawberry Shortcake for the pinks, and because it's really like the flowers are really whatever and everything, you can imagine them dancing and singing. So Alice in Wonderland. Again, this is an original piece. So yeah, that's it for the painting in 2019. As I started 2020, like after this last painting of 2019, I stopped painting completely because I didn't have time, because I was back to uni. Like, it was holiday period and I was in Seoul, and then when I came back, then I went on holidays with my family. And then because I wasn't that much into painting as I am like right now as I'm talking to you, and then I completely stopped. So school started and I had a job at uni, so I had less time, and every single time I was back home I was really tired. But in 2020, again, blocus and exam period, and my exam session was super weird. Exams were like all over the place. So I had time again to start painting, so I sketched something and I started painting it, and then I realized I hate it completely. And that is to show that you can fail. Like, it happens. Like, sometimes you do something, you hate it, and it's not the end of the world. It is not. So let me show you something that is unfinished, and then I will probably never finish. But that's this. Long story short, I messed up. It's, yeah, I don't like it. And you know, it happens. Like, not everything has to be perfect. So it was March 19, 2020 when I start painting again. And let me show you how it started. So if you've seen my video, be artistic with me, hashtag number 9, I think, I painted this. So I draw faces with like one line. There's a technique, I think it's a technique, I don't know, where you draw like with one line each faces and everything. So that's what I tried to do. And then I wanted to keep it this blank because I wanted it to be like a mirror thingy. So I painted just like the borders, and then I painted the faces in different like skin tones and everything. So that's the first painting I did, and I was like really proud because I was looking at pictures on Pinterest and everything, and I was like, I want to do something like that resembles something else. I don't know if you like imitation. Like, I want to try if I can imitate things, because like I'm not the most creative when it comes to ideas. Like, I don't have a lot of ideas when it comes to painting because I'm really new to that. So I guess I just was like, oh, let's copy things that I see. And I tried to copy it, and I think it's but it was like just a drawing. It wasn't painting. And I think it resembles a lot what it was like. Then I got into this whole like Ghibli films, Ghibli Studios movies and everything like vibe. I started watching all of them. Literally, I still need to watch 6 that were out April 1st. And I still have 3 from March. But other than that, I've watched them all. So I got really, really, really inspired. Honestly, that's the thing that gets me super inspired, is watching Ghibli movies. Like, if you have this thing that inspires you so much, like, do it. Because honestly, watching Ghibli movies always gets me with new ideas and new things to paint and everything. So I started with this one. This little one is Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service, but my mom made me notice that it actually looks like Heidi. So Kiki, Heidi, if Kiki and Heidi had a child, probably she would be that girl. So yeah, I wanted to paint that picture where she's laying on the grass and looking up and everything, but I didn't have the right colors, as you can tell, like, you know. But I started painting this, and I thought it was pretty resemble for the first time painting like something more complicated that I used to, that has more details, more different colors and shapes. And then I watched Spirited Away, which was amazing. I loved this Ghibli. So as I watched Spirited Away, I stumbled upon this image on Pinterest and also in the movie. Just noticed that I put the tape here, so I couldn't do like the last part of the building, but it's the bathhouse, and you can see here Chihiro, and I really liked it. And this was a nightmare to paint because there's a little details everywhere, like little like windows and everything, but it was like one of the hardest thing I've ever had to draw and paint. So I was really proud. It took me a lot of time, but I really liked the outcome and how it turned out. Then I painted this. I had those like, what do you call that? A pencil. It's not a pencil, but like a marker, sort of, that you can put water on it, and then you put in the watercolors, and then you paint. I don't know how to explain that. I'll show you later. So I just wanted to try this out, so I just made some flowers random everywhere. And the blending and like the shades and everything, I think I'm doing that better than I used to in the other paintings. So I just made this little flowery thing. Then I actually made a painting for my buddy. That I had a buddy in university because she was an Erasmus in from Mexico, and I wanted to send her a letter. I made this. This is also from Spirited Away, and it's the flower bouquet that Chihiro receives. So I just painted that and I put her name there. Then I recently started watching an anime called My Hero Academia, and I actually made a TikTok of me, like the whole process of making this piece. This is probably like my most proud moment in painting and everything, and it was also the pressure of drawing your favorite anime character, which is Shuto Todoroki from My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia. So I was proud of this. But like, I really liked his face expression here, but the face shape is not the correct one. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for someone that has never taken art classes nor anything and just learned out of YouTube. I'm proud. Then my friend's birthday was yesterday, so Friday, April 3rd, and I made her a card also for her birthday. So I made this. Is it focusing? So it's Sailor Moon. So it's Usagi and Luna, and here I wrote Joyeux anniversaire, so happy birthday in French. And I just painted that, but this time it was done with watercolor pencils actually. Also, I made this card that I'm gonna give, like, I sent them to my uncle that works at a elderly house. I don't know how you call that in English, but he works there, and because of the coronavirus and everything, it's like really stressful. So I just put un grand merci, so a huge thanks, and it's actually the little gift that come from this guy in Animal Crossing. Then I did Sailor Mars, Ray from Sailor Moon, and please don't look at this part. I messed up here. I'll explain later, but I really like how it came out. Like, she's really pretty, and I really like how I did like the leaves on the tree, because I found like another technique, because I'm really struggle when it comes to grass and leaves, because I don't know how to make it more like real, may I say. And so this time I just like dotted, made some dots of different like different shades of green, and I really like how it turned out. It does look good, but I couldn't like outline them because it was just dropped, so maybe next time I learn how to do that better. And here I wanted to do the buildings, but I didn't realize that it was perspective, so I just draw them like they were in front of me, where they're supposed to be like a little like diagonalish. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, basically I ruined the entire painting, but you know what, it happened. And that was April, actually I think it was April 1st 2020, and here comes my last as of today, which is April 4th 2020. Here's my last painting that I did. So it's when they wake up in the fields. I really like that scene, so I tried to recreate it. As I was saying here, I struggled with the grass, so it looks more like a jungle than a field, but we're learning. We will keep on learning. So here's the first painting I did in late 2018, and here's the last painting I did, which was on April 2nd 2020. So if you compare this, you can like completely see that there's a huge difference, and it's just practice. Like, I've painted non-stop every day, or like at least draw every day since March 19th, and yeah, you can see that we've come from this to this. I've come a long way to get to now. Hey guys, this is editing Avi. So as I was editing the video, I realized it was kind of long, so I decided to make another video, like separate the clip where I show my art supplies and make it just a video about what I use to watercolor. So I do not have an end to that video. So here's the ending. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!